Hello everyone, and welcome to this series I'm calling Wagon to Wanderer. My name's Luke, I live in Sydney, Australia. I've decided to upgrade my daily driver Prado into a dedicated touring wagon. So each episode of this build series will focus on a different upgrade. I've got a heap of awesome upgrades planned, which I'm really excited for. I've been planning this for 9 months, and today I finally begin. I'm going to be building a fully custom drawer system, onboard water, a kitchenette with a 2-burner gas stove, rooftop solar, fully custom 12-volt system to power it all. I've never actually undertaken a DIY project like this before. I've never done carpentry. I've done basic repairs, 12-volt stuff on the car, but this will be the first time undertaking a big project like this. So expect to see a lot of mistakes, but also a heap of learnings, and I'm excited to document and share all of that with you. About the car. So this is Barb, as we like to call her, because of the ginormous bull bar. It's a 2005 Toyota Prado with a V6 petrol engine, known for the reliability, which is a big part of why my wife Lauren and I bought it 4 years ago. We've not had any major mechanical issues other than having to replace the head gasket soon after we bought it. That's a common issue with these engines, but everything else is all good. There's nothing major mechanically to be done to the car as part of this build. There's just a few bits and pieces around the exterior that I'd like to tidy up just for satisfaction, really. I've upgraded the suspension to a 2-inch Bilstein lift, but the rear of the car sags, which is a major pet peeve of mine and something I'd like to address as part of this build, especially because I'm going to be adding in a bunch more weight to the rear. So I'm going to be upgrading the rear springs. Other than that, the Bilstein shocks and the King springs I've got in here have been really good. Just need to upgrade these rear ones. The other thing I want to, if I can be bothered, spending the money and the time, is to repaint the wheels. They were never painted right. They were painted with spray paint. The paint's now peeling off, looks like shit, and I'd like to tidy that up. Before I upgrade the car, I'll give you an overview of upgrades I've done so far, starting with the 270-degree awning. This is an ostrich wing awning. It's a South African brand. It's on the more expensive side, but it is bloody awesome. It's ginormous, 11 meters squared, which is a heap of shade. It's one of the largest you can get. The only other one that's 11 square meters, I think, is the Quick Pitch. This one was slightly cheaper, that's why I went with it, but I love it. It provides a heap of shelter being 270 degrees. It wraps around to the back, and it creates a nice little cozy nook for us to do our cooking and our relaxing. So really happy with this awning so far. It's so quick to set up. It takes only 30 seconds. It's just almost as quick to pack up as well. So yeah, very happy, and I'm going to be doing a dedicated review of this awning soon. So look out for that video. I'll post it in the description once it's ready. On the other side of the car, I've got this shower awning. It uses the same design as a lot of the quick setup ones you can get these days. It has some arms which fold out like this, and then a cubicle thing drops down. It's sturdy. I got a good deal on it, but I can't comment much more because I haven't used it too much just yet. Something I forgot to mention actually was that I am also going to be installing a heat exchange shower in the engine bay, so hence the shower awning. Onto the engine bay. There's nothing really to mention here. I haven't done anything crazy. I haven't upgraded the engine. The only major mechanical repairs we've had done are fixed head gasket, but otherwise the car is in awesome condition, and I plan to, well, I hope it lasts at least 500,000 Ks. I know people can get those out of the petrol Prado, so I plan to as well. Only accessories under here are the ARB compressor, which I added a couple of years ago. This is the single tank one. It's more than good enough. And some custom wiring for the driving lights. And that's it. As part of this build, I won't do much under here other than tidy up the wiring in preparation for the 12-volt system and add some fuse holders and stuff just to help with that tidying. Onto the roof rack. This is a Tracklander platform rack. I put it on a few months ago and overall I really like it. The biggest gripe I've had is the difficulty in attaching accessories to it. Because of the mesh design, it doesn't have dedicated channels for channel nuts like a lot of the other roof racks you can get. So I had to create some custom brackets for the awning here, and that was a bit of a hassle. But apart from that, the rack makes no noise, it's super sturdy, and its load rating does not get derated off-road. That was a main selling point for me. So static load rating, I got 200 kilos whilst moving, and off-road, I've got a full 100 kilos, which is plenty. I'm going to be tracking all of the weight I add to the car in this build, and 100 kilos for the roof is more than enough. I don't plan to put anything else up here other than these awnings, a solar panel, and the Max tracks. The interior of the car is super stock. That's how I like it. I've not done any upgrades in here so far other than head unit, reverse camera, and a switch for the driving lights. Also, I've got a fire extinguisher down here. That's it. So for this build, I won't be doing anything other than adding a new switch for the winch and also running some cables through the firewall to future-proof the cabin a bit. I'll use those wires in the future for things like the UHF and maybe additional switches if I need them. And other than that switch for the winch and the cabling, there's nothing to be done in here, and I'll keep it quite stock. If I could, I would get some armrests like those ones that a lot of people get for the 79s. I'd love some of them, the ones that sit up here, but they don't make them for the Prado 120, which is a bummer because they're quite good and I often get a sore elbow driving. So yeah, not too much to be done in here. In the back here, I've got a set of drawers that I've had for 3 years now. They've served us well, but they lacked storage and a dedicated place for all of these items I've got around the boot here. I've got a dustpan, some gumboots, mesh flooring, tool bag. I want to give those things a dedicated spot. I also want to put in some things in a new set of drawers that we don't currently have. So on the left here, this slot was meant to be a kitchen drawer. Never got around to that. Instead, it's just been storage for the gazebo. Here we've got a utility drawer. We've got recovery gear, some camping equipment. It's big, but not that big, so it'll be good to get some extra storage there. Table slot down here. I'll keep the table slot idea, but use a slightly smaller table because the kitchen drawer I plan to build is going to be a bit bigger and act as a bench space. The design of the drawers, I'll be showing that next episode, is pretty similar in ways to this setup here, just more refined. I'm going to cover them in carpet. They're going to be built up a bit more in line with the rear seats. So more storage all round, less loose items. And the idea is to be able to hop in the car whenever we want to go on a trip and just leave. It'll be nice to not have to carry in these big black boxes which we've got, filled with food, etc. I'll have all of that built in. Okay, that should give you an idea about what to expect from the Wagon to Wonder build series. I know I'm going to learn a heap and I love to share what I learned, so please, if you have any questions, pop them in the comments and I'll respond. Hopefully I can help you with your build as well. I'll see you in the next episode where I begin the actual drawer build. I'll share the designs for the drawers, which I did in CAD. I begin prepping the car and start building the main structure for the new drawers. Hope to see you there. Thanks for watching.